If you only remember one thing from this video, please let it be to support smaller bands. There are so many incredible bands out there that do not get enough recognition, and I just want to talk about some of them and about how great they are, hopefully get some people to start listening to them, because they deserve more. They deserve better. So that's what this video is going to be about. This is going to be my top 10 smaller artists to listen to, and if you guys like this video, I'm sure I could think up of like 30 more in a heartbeat, so I can just do more of these videos if you like it. Comment below. Yes, I know I've been really inactive lately, and I'm sorry. Life has been just so busy with work and concerts and friends and school and all that. And I've had a cold for the past few weeks, and a couple weeks ago I could not stop coughing. I was about to film my video, but I didn't want the whole video to be me coughing and then have to spend like 20 years trying to edit it. Anyways, let's get started on this list. Number 1 on my list is Milk. They are a small band based in Nashville, Tennessee that just formed in April. They have 2 singles out so far, Pacific Kiss and IDWK, and I know they've been working on a lot lately. They had a song out for a few weeks back in June and July that got taken down when they got signed, so I believe that they're putting that back up soon. I hope they are, because it's a really good song, and I want more people to hear it than who actually got a chance to. They are the sweetest guys you'll ever talk to. Pat, John, and Jack, they are all so nice, and they deserve so much better. They're like an alternative pop band, and their songs are jams. Pat has such a nice voice, and they're all so talented, and just together their music sounds great. They've been gaining a lot of fans lately, which I hope keeps up because they really do deserve it. And I know it's been sort of a dream of theirs for a while, so I've been helping the best I can to promote them. And I'm hoping that after watching this video, if you haven't already checked them out, you definitely should. They are a very great group of people. And they're always interacting with their fans. Like, if you start listening to them, just tweet them and they'll probably tweet you back. They are on Spotify, Apple Music, and SoundCloud if you want to check them out. They are We Are Milk on all social medias. Milk is spelt with 2 Ks. Number 2 is Repartee, an indie pop band based out of St. John's, Newfoundland. I saw them open for Mariana's Trench in St. Catharines back in 2016, and I really loved their set, so I went home and I checked out their music, and it is incredible. Meg Warren, the lead singer, has such a nice voice, and everybody in the band is so talented. I really wish I had taken the chance to meet them in between sets that night. I was just so worried about missing the next set. But I really hope they come back soon because I'd love to meet them. They are so talented, and I'm really glad I decided to check them out after that show. They have 1 album out so far called All Lit Up. It's got 8 songs, I believe, including the single Dukes. They've been sort of inactive lately, so I'm hoping that means that they're working on new music because I'd love to hear it. But yes, if you're into pop rock, indie pop, anything like that, definitely check them out. If you're into Mariana's Trench, I mean, a lot of my friends who went to that show really fell in love with them afterwards, so you'd probably like them too. Number 3 is Fake Shark, a band from Vancouver, British Columbia, who also, if you listen to Mariana's Trench, you've probably heard of them because Kevy and Matt are really good friends, and they've even done songs together. Their band name used to be Fake Shark Real Zombie, but they shortened it, and they released their first full-length album titled Faux Real in May under their new name. I believe they describe themselves as freak indie pop, which I'm just gonna go with that because they have a really unique genre that's hard to put a name onto. They've got some really catchy songs, including a song titled Cheap Thrills, which was actually featured in an Apple Watch ad a couple months ago. The 3 of them are all super sweet, and they just went on a tour earlier this year, which unfortunately I was not able to make it out to, but I'm hoping that they tour again soon because I would love to see them. I feel like they would put on a really good and energetic show, and they really do deserve more of a fan base than they already have, so definitely give them a listen. Also, Kevy has the coolest hair in the world. Can we just talk about that? Like, listen to A Very Mevy Christmas, which is Kevy and Matt's Christmas song together from last year. It's pure gold. Number 4 is Vacay, aka Levi Randall, and his touring band. He's from Niagara-on-the-Lake, which is very close to where I live. I've seen him live twice and met him, and he's the sweetest person ever. The first time I saw him was in Toronto, and he was opening for Virginia to Vegas. and the second time I saw him was in St. Catharines, and he was headlining, which was really cool to see him play some songs from his new record, which is actually an EP, Howlin' Wind, which just came out a few months ago. I'd say he's probably considered like a light pop sort of sound, but it's really good. He's got a lovely voice. I'm really glad I stumbled across him because he's a great guy. Number 5 is Rival Town, a pop-punk band based out of St. Catharines and Thunder Bay, Ontario. I stumbled across them while I was creating this YouTube channel, and I was looking for more local bands maybe to get into. And I don't remember how I found them, but I did. And I listened to them and I just fell in love right away. Honestly, they are going to get very popular one day if people find out about them. I would have to say they're one of the best pop-punk bands out there right now. And there's a lot of good pop-punk bands out there, and there's a lot more that have tons of popularity. But they are really good, and I could see them landing an opening spot for Neck Deep or State Champs or one of those types of bands one day if they get enough recognition. So please, I know a lot of my friends who will be watching this are pop-punk fans. Please check them out because they really deserve it. I feel like a lot of people would fall in love with them right away. They're also really sweet. I saw them in September with Parkside, which if you haven't seen my interview with Parkside, you should check that out. And they were really good live. They seem like talented guys. So yeah, give them a listen for sure. Number 6 is Movements. I don't know how underground you can really consider them anymore because they've gained a lot of popularity in the last year, but I'd still say they're small enough to talk about on here. Their first record, Outgrown Things, came out sometime last year, I believe, and their second one is coming out on the 20th of this month. They are, I'd have to say, probably somewhere in between like pop-punk and post-hardcore. I don't know how to describe genres, but I'd say that's pretty close to what it is. I saw them in April opening for Good Charlotte, and they are going on tour with Knucklepuck and with Confidence in a month or two. So if that tour is hitting any stops near you, and even if you're going to one of them but you haven't listened to Movements yet, you should, because they are a talented group of people. As I said, they've been getting a lot bigger over the past year, but they still deserve a lot of support and help to grow even more. So yeah. Number 7 is Civil Youth, a pop rock band from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. For the longest time, I thought they had more fans than they do, and I don't really know why they don't, because they're such a good group. I've been listening to them since 2015. I don't even remember how I first found them, but they really deserve more of a fan base. They just released their latest in May, so please give them a listen and help them gain more fans, because Civil Youth honestly deserve way better. Number 8 is The Rex, a 5-piece pop-punk band from Los Angeles. I'm sure if you're into that type of scene, you've probably heard of them by now. They opened for All Time Low, Swimmers, and Water Parks this summer, and they've recently announced their first headlining tour this fall with Vespertine and Mainland. Their first EP, consisting of only a few songs, is out right now, including Favorite Liar, which you might or might not recognize. They're really talented, and they now have a few thousand followers on social medias because of the All Time Low tour, and I feel like they'll be getting much bigger very soon, which is really cool. If you haven't listened to them yet, I don't know what you're doing, but do that right now, please. For number 9, we've got Crystalline, a pop rock band living in Toronto, Ontario. You've likely heard Punks Don't Dance, as it was a song I was obsessed with a few years back, and I didn't find out until like a year or two ago who it was, and then I started listening to them more. Their latest EP, Follow, came out just over a year ago, and they've got quite a bit of other music before that to check out as well. They're a really talented, female-fronted band that definitely deserves a listen. I swear most of the bands I'm talking about on this are Canadian, but we have so many great bands here that no Americans even know about. But if you're into bands like Paramore and Paris, I'm sure that you would probably like Crystalline. Last but not least, I have the Faceplants, a rad pop rock band from Vancouver, British Columbia. They started gaining popularity through Mariana's Trench after entering their contest to open for a show on the Last Crusade tour. Me and some friends started listening to them and we really enjoyed them, so we've been hyping them up a bit. Their latest single came out in the end of July called Who I Am Inside. They've only got a few songs out so far, but I believe they're working on new music currently. But they are worth the listen, and if you tweet them or follow them or whatever on social media, they're most likely bound to follow you back. At least they did for me and for most other people that I know. So yeah, definitely listen to their first few singles. Anyways, that's all I had for today. If you liked this video, please leave a thumbs up and comment below and retweet the link on Twitter, like the link on Instagram, all of that cool stuff to help my channel gain viewers. It is very appreciated. If you listen to one of the bands that I said in here, please tweet them, message them, whatever, and tell them that you listened to them because of this video, because that would be really appreciated if you did that. Or at least comment below or something telling me that, oh, I really liked this band, because it's also just great to know that you like what I listen to. I have so many friends asking me for music recommendations all the time, and it's great. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to follow on social medias. I have some other cool stuff coming up soon, such as I'm hoping I won't forget to do a vlog at my Paris concert in a couple of weeks, because I'm meeting them, which is very exciting. I've loved them for over 3 years, and this is finally happening, so I want to vlog the moment to look back on it. As well as I've hopefully got a new interview coming in November. I won't know until week of if it works out, but I'm really hoping it does, because the band is very rad and I would love to get the chance to talk to them. I'm also planning on doing a Q&A video once I hit 100 subscribers, and I've just passed 70, so that's not very far. So tell your friends to subscribe to me if you want to see a Q&A video. Anyways, thank you again for watching. Please check out the bands. All the links will be posted below, and you can look them up on Spotify, Apple Music, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you want to do to check them out. Thank you for taking time to watch this, and have a great day. I'll see you guys next time.